What's goody? 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 Rubino, thank you for the prime. Appreciate you. 24 months, 2 years. Appreciate you guys, man. We are at the winter meetings. Oh shit! Wait, hold on. I put the wrong thing. Hold on. DZ, 67 months on a 66-month streak. Let's go. Dominicano, what's good? Happy Sunday to you and yours. How you guys doing today? What's goody? What's the vibe? Appreciate you, Jorge. Hold up. Oh, shit. Yo, man, I forgot. Hold up. Yeah, we at the baseball winter meetings and shit. That's where we at right now, man. We out here right now. Just want to make sure you guys know that. I'm here. Cashman hasn't woken up since sleeping outside? Yes. Somebody do a wellness check on the Yankee front office. All right. We're going to talk about a couple of things. Right? What's good, Dante? We're going to talk about a couple of things. We're going to talk about the rumors and lack thereof. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what I want the Yankees to do. We're going to talk about what they probably won't do. We're going to start naming names that we think that the Yankees are involved in, and what's the likelihood that they'll become Yankees. I don't know. Honestly, I'm at an all-time low. I'm going to just be honest about me, because I can only be honest about me. I am personally at an all-time low when it comes to hopium for what I feel like the Yankees will do, and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So that's where it's at right now. That's where I'm at. Right? So that's what's going on. So just like little quote, and even I was watching the like Hot Stove and shit, and like just shit that they were talking about, and it was just like, damn, dog, for real. Like that's what we doing. So obviously, I'm not too happy with what they're doing with a couple of things, but it's fine. We'll figure it out, right? We'll figure it out. I do think that. Oh shit! Get it out the way. I don't think that the payroll is gonna stay as it is right now. Okay, I'll just say that. The payroll isn't gonna stay how it is presently right now, today, as if we're talking. You know, as of like right now, today, we're talking stuff like that, right? That's what I don't see. And let's leave it at that. Hold on. I forgot to tell you guys, I am actually at the winter meetings, right? Give me 1 second. We're going to be right at the winter meetings in case you guys do not know. Oh, what happened? Why is this be right back? What? Oh, Jesus. Sorry. I don't know why I was saying be right back. That was strange. So, okay. So this is what happened. What have the Yankees done so far this offseason? Anybody care to answer for me? Anybody? I'll give you all. Guys, no. I'm in the room, guys. Trust me. I'm in the hotel, man. I'm in the hotel. See? Told you. I'm in the hotel, dog. You know what I mean? Just hold on. We in the hotel. Ignore that it says 2024 on that shit, all right? We in the hotel right there. We in the hotel, chat. We in the hotel. You hear me? I'm in here. I'm in here. Hold on. Oh shit. Hold on. We in the hotel right now. Oh shit. Hold on a second. Wait, hold on. Hold on. They might catch me. Just gotta make sure we fix it up. Yeah, we in the hotel right now. We in the hotel. We in the hotel right now. You know what I mean? Just seeing whoever comes through. Yankees have gotten Trent Grisham. So we out here right now. Guys, relax. Everybody relax. Yes, I got in. I got the passes and shit. And we in here right now. You know what I mean? Guys, ignore that it says that. Ignore the location. All right? We just going to sit right here. Any guests that come through, you know what I mean? But we in the hotel. You see it says winter meetings and shit right here. Yeah. No, guys, relax. It's not 2024. That's just a typo from the year before and shit. Hold up. Yeah, so we in here right now. What do I think the Yankees are gonna do? I don't know, man. I can tell you what I think that they need. I can tell you what I think that they need right now. The Yankees need to resolve the left field situation, right? Yeah, everybody in the back, that guy that's back there, ignore him. Ignore him right now. He's just trying to be in the video. He's trying to be on the live. So we got to ignore. You know what I mean? You guys cannot, you're like, don't fall for the trickery and the treachery. You know what I mean? You need to understand that that's just what they're trying to do right now. So we're out here, you know? We're just out here to provide information. So, okay. They got to figure out what's going to happen with Bellinger. Now, there hasn't even been, like, this is so weird for me, right? Because I've been like watching baseball for a while, and always around this time, there's always some sort of rumor about something. You haven't even been seeing too much of the rumors, and don't worry about it. As we go on every single day of the winter meetings, I'll be in a new location because I gotta keep moving. I gotta keep myself moving so that way the security doesn't find me. You know what I mean? The security, that guy, you know what I mean? They looking for me right now to get me out of here. So it's fine. What's gonna happen with Bellinger? And then I keep finding out, maybe if the Yankees don't get Bellinger, they'll get Tucker. If they don't afford Bellinger, what the hell makes you think that they're gonna afford Tucker? How does that even make sense? Somebody make it make sense for me, please. Anybody, feel free to do so. Anybody feel free to do so, please. So, if you love hopium, press the number 1, because I love it too, and I would love some hopium. I wanted to stream specifically so that maybe you guys could convince me to have hopium, but I currently don't have it. I'm going to answer all your questions, everybody's questions, going to get answered. I did put up a thread on Twitter where if people just put in whatever questions they want, we'll go ahead and answer that. I just want to address a couple of things. Some rumors or whatever, and we'll go through that. We'll name names, and I'll see how likely they are. What's going to happen with Bellinger? I think that the Yankees will ultimately bring him back. If the Yankees lose Bellinger, what's going to happen? If the Yankees lose, guy, why are you saying that the lady's stuck behind me? You guys are thinking about the wrong thing, man. And that's what the system wants you to think, bro. Like the system wants you stuck in the same stuff, man. Like you guys gotta understand, man. They trying to get you guys, man. So anyway, let's not get distracted with the little things, right? Gotta bring back Bellinger. If the Yankees don't bring back Bellinger, then I don't know where they go from there. Like, I guess you can't go into the season with two guys you as an organization honestly don't believe in, right? I don't think the Yankees believe in Jason Dominguez. I don't think the Yankees believe in Spencer Jones. That's just me, honestly. Like, I'm not saying I get that from anybody. I'm not saying that anybody has told me that. But just in their actions, I don't feel that they believe in these dudes. You understand what I'm saying? It just doesn't feel that way. Right? So you can't go into the season with two guys that you don't actually believe in. You know, I feel like that's a recipe for disaster. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? Y'all coming in. What are you going to do? I think the Yankees, if they do re-sign Bellinger or if they sign Tucker, which I don't even know how that. I don't understand how that happens. Like, you don't sign Bellinger, but you sign Tucker, and like you lost out on Bellinger because he's your number one priority, and then you don't sign Tucker. I don't know how that happens. Like, maybe you get desperate. You say, you know, I can't lose this guy. So we gotta figure that out. That's what I think. I think that the Yankees figuring that out is very important. I think that'll set up what they're gonna do for the rest of their entire offseason, and I think that that's important, guys. Ignore the behind me. Ignore what's going on behind me. Okay. Tucker will cost more. That's why I don't understand why people are saying, like, oh, that's the backup plan or whatever. Devin Williams is officially a Met. Personally, I don't care. Best of luck to him or whatever over there, but I don't give a shit. I didn't want him back with the Yankees, and that's just me. Him chirping and doing all of that stuff, or talking about fans that are giving him shit. I don't know. I apparently just got a memo right now. Just got an email being told that it's in Orlando this year and not Dallas, and that I am at the wrong hotel. Okay. We're gonna have to figure that out for tomorrow. I was wondering why there was nobody here, but that's okay. We gotta figure that part out, right? I came to Dallas. Okay. I came to Dallas. I'm in Dallas, obviously, as you guys can see behind me. Baseball winter meetings are in Orlando. Okay. I was at a Motel 6, but I came in here and apparently they're not here. So it's okay. We'll fix that. We'll be at the right place tomorrow. Don't worry about it. We'll be at the right place tomorrow. We'll be fine. I'm seeing some people already talking about what the Yankees need. Yankees need that. I think that the Yankees should make a decision this offseason on Jason Dominguez and Spencer Jones' future. I think that that's what they're going to have to decide. Whether they trade them or not, I feel like they need to make the decision now in this offseason. Hey, we're not going to go through with these guys or whatever it is. Let's move on from them one way or another, or move them in a trade or do something. I think that that's what they need to kind of figure out and do, because it just feels like that. Like, I'm reading a lot of stuff, and I'm hearing stuff like scouts and people talking about different things. And I seen a good interview. I think it was with, oh my God, the name's slipping my mind. I just followed him the other day. But he was interviewing a scout, a minor league scout, and they were talking about how Spencer Jones just doesn't make enough contact. He strikes out too much. And they don't believe that his game will translate to the major leagues very well. And hey, if that's true, then that sucks. If that is your starting option next year, right? We don't want that. So it's something we got to figure out. It's something that needs to get taken care of. We need to see if that's what we want to do. I think the Yankees got to figure out that decision, what they need to do. I think the Yankees need a starting pitcher. Now, which starting pitcher we'll talk about, but the Yankees do need a starting pitcher. However, I don't like you got to learn how to speak Yankee, right? You got to learn how to speak Yankee, and which is like reading between the lines in their interviews, which if you hear certain things, you won't like it, right? You'll hear little things like, oh, when I heard Hal say, "Oh, I actually like our rotation. We're getting Garrett Cole back," which is true. All of that stuff is true. He's saying it's the way that they kind of view it. The way that I feel like the Yankees view it is like, "Oh, we're only kind of like fucked up for the first month. We just got to get through the first month, and then we'll be all right." And bro, that is a fallacy, my friends. If you believe that all we need to do is get through the first month, it's like, guys, it's inevitable that there's going to be like some sort of injury or something in, like that's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like an injury is going to happen or something like that at winter. If something happens, if an injury happens at spring training, you're fucked, dude. You're fucked. One injury, you're cooked. Cooked. So then what? Guys, I just got news right now that I was actually put in a private booth. Hold on a second now. They got a private booth for me. You're just going to get me over there right now as we speak. Give me one quick second as we're moved over there. Okay, here we go. Okay, what's going on? Just going to get that moved in here. We're just going to have a nice little booth for us. There we go. Okay. They got us here right now. Is it the nicest place? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. They put us in the corner, but again, we got to keep moving because the security is on us. Security's on us. We talked about this. We gotta keep moving. We gotta keep moving. Maybe we'll have a guest. Maybe we'll have a guest. Somebody join us here. They got me. I got my own section, chat. I got my own section. So that's good. You know what I mean? I got my own section. You guys want to see the whole thing? Okay. Amiguitos. There you go. Mira ahí. JoezMcfly. Eso es lo que me llaman. JoezMcfly. 50 Cent. Bro, chill. Love your mini table, Joes. Thank you so much. Hands out on the table. And I want high velocity relievers. You get what I'm saying? I want some relievers with some high velo. Hold up. I want some relievers with some high velo. Is what I want. Vanra said check again. Check again? I did see a rumor about the Yankees liking Mike King and a thing there, and I like that. I do. I'm also concerned with the team lineup wise. If you re-sign Bellinger, that they're going to be very left-handed. I also am concerned with the pen. I would like some hard throwers in there, right? Yankees didn't have really many hard throwers in the bullpen. I mean, who do you think will get Diaz? I think Diaz will go back to the Mets. I think that'll happen. Yeah. Wait, Vanro, what is this? So, this is a... What's this? You saying that this one is better? Hold on. They're giving me a different location now. All right, what's this? Oh, shit. I don't know if it is. It's white. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I'm going back to the hallway. Back to the hallway, chat. I'm back to the hallway. Oh, my God. This is crazy. I'm scared. I'm scared. We're back to the hallway. Back to the hallway because I don't know what happened here. I don't want people feeling a certain way. There we go. We're going to be in the hallway here for a little while. I don't know what happened there. Very white scene. But seriously. So let's see real quick. I know you guys say Ketel Marte. What's it gonna take to sign Bellinger? What's he want? What does Cody Bellinger want? Like what'll make it, like how will they get going? What's it gonna take? What is it, a 5-year deal? I think he wants more. Does he want 7? No way he wants 7, right? No way he wants 7, right? Somebody in the chat said, I think Bellinger wants 6 to 7 years. Oh my God. $6 or 7 years, somebody said. You guys feel like DJ long term gives you, that Bellinger long term gives you DJ vibes? I don't know. See, all right. See, Bregman is interesting, and we'll get some names here. Hold on. Some people did. Give me 1 second, because some people did send me. And make sure, if you guys aren't already, make sure you guys subscribe and follow up and do all that stuff. And turn on noties. And because I'll be live tomorrow again with whatever rumors at the end of the day to talk about what happened with the Yankees or whatever other team, right? We'll talk about that. Let's see. People ask questions and I will give them answers, okay? Where is it? Okay, here it goes. Okay. Where's the... What is this display capture? What we want to do? Feel so close to you right now. Okay. This is my Twitter. Right? This fucking green screen is pissing me off today. All right. These are some questions that people left in my whatever, and I'll try to answer all of them. We'll answer them quick style, and then I'll get to the chat and I'll answer your questions or your suggestions. We'll go more in depth with those. Zachary Goldstein says, what right-handed bats will they go after where in the relief market are the looking in terms of contract wise, is a trade or signing more realistic for starting pitching? Okay. I think that the trade market for starting pitching right now is a lot more, like there's free agent pitching right now, like Mike King. You can be able to get, like, there's a lot of like free agent starting pitching that you could try to get. I think that the trade market is really hot for starting pitching. You got Sandy Alcantara, you have Mackenzie Gore, you have there's Everett Cabrera. There's a lot of like starting pitchers that are available that you can probably get, right? And it'll be like controllable that you can be able to do. If you want to acquire somebody, top of the rotation wise, and also trade from the rotation, you can do that too. Like if you want to trade off a Luis Heel or something, you can use that as well if you want to. Yankees did sign Yarborough, but obviously that's not enough, right? Now you said right-handed bats will they go after? Right-handed bats is interesting because I feel like everybody that I feel would be available for the Yankees, it almost feels like, yeah, but that person's left-handed. I do like Jorge Polanco. I like the Jorge Polanco angle because he can switch hit. He can be able to. He had a good year. Now, is he gonna want to come to the Yankees? And he's gonna want money, right? Like he's gonna want some money. So he can hit lefties. He can hit righties, and I would like to see that. That would be good, but he would cost money, and I don't know. I feel like the Yankees will look at that as a luxury. I do like Akamoto for the Yankees. Like if the Yankees can be able to get him, and they can go ahead and get this guy. He comes over from Japan, has a really good hit tool, and bat to ball, doesn't really strike out much. Like if the Yankees can get that guy, I feel like he'll fit the profile of the team really well. That would be big. And if you're talking about another starting pitcher, I know somebody in the, I think Newman just mentioned it in the chat, Tatsuya Imai would be a very good starting pitcher for you to get. 27-year-old, very open to be able to come through, sure, and I'm down for that. You guys say Stephen Kwan. I like Stephen Kwan, but again, Stephen Kwan's a lefty, and that means if Kwan comes here, that means you're not getting Bellinger, and that means, I don't know, you need to replace that kind of offense in the lineup. And I don't know if you can do that with Kwan, right? Here you go. Whose side are you on, Kay or Curry, or Heyman, or Heyman on the Yankees spending below or above $300 million? I like these as I go. I feel like it's something in between. I think what Kay and Curry are saying is that they're going to try to stay within it. I just don't see how it's possible how to stay within it. So I probably more agree with Heyman, but I don't know. One is two are employed by the Yankees, the other one isn't. So I don't know. And when Jack Curry speaks, I listen. So again, you got to learn how to speak Yankee. So they might look to get creative via trade, right? And try to acquire certain people through trade. We might see that. Tarek Skubal, I don't know if that makes sense for the Yankees to do. Like, all right, just saying that sentence sounds crazy, right? Forgive me. Saying the sentence sounds crazy. Okay, I'll acknowledge that. What I just said sounds crazy. However, what I'm saying is I don't know if it'll make sense for the Yankees because if you're going to acquire Tarek Skubal, that means you got to give up, like, you're going to give up a really big package to get a Tarek Skubal, right? And he's a free agent after the year, right? So it's something you can lose him in a free agency situation. You could. That's possible. You could just sign him ahead of time, but it probably won't happen, right? That probably will not happen. Okay, so I probably agree more with Heyman, but like, I think it's somewhere, the truth is somewhere in the middle. In a fantasy world, which Dominican from the National League West would you rather have in the Bronx? Devers or Tatis? Tatis without a question. Tatis without a question. Tatis is a Platinum Gold Glove. He's from San Pedro de Macorís, which is my hometown in DR. And also, he's a right-handed bat. I feel like Tatis would fit the Yankees really well. However, the Padres are not going to trade Tatis. They're not going to trade Tatis. Not trading Fernando Tatis. That's not happening. Why can't our pitchers pitch well against good teams? The offense was fine, but in big games, pitchers wouldn't give us a chance to win. Now, okay, that's an interesting question, Sarah. I'll say this. I thought Cam Schlittler did pretty well this whole postseason, so we'll exclude him from this conversation. I do think that not having the bye was big for the pitchers because they had to pitch those wild card games or whatever and then come back and try to figure it out. Also, like, Fried not pitching well. He didn't pitch well in the postseason before. I thought he pitched okay against or good against the Sox, but it just felt like the Yankees, like the Blue Jays just had the Yankees number this year. There's no ways around it. Like, they're gonna look at it as like, yo, we had the same record, blah blah blah. I look at it as like, you couldn't beat the Blue Jays because the Blue Jays had your number all year. Like, they hit well against you. They hit your starting pitching and all of that stuff. The Yankees also did not like playing on turf, so would home field advantage made a difference? I don't know. Probably not. Toronto would have probably won anyway, to be honest. They were that good. So we'll see. We'll see what they do next year. But I think having Garrett Cole back, Sarah, will be a big reason. Like, Garrett Cole's a legitimate ace, and he'll slot everybody else properly, right? Like, after him, everybody else will slot properly. Like, Max Fried was put forth as the ace. Like, he had a phenomenal year. He led the was it the majors in wins? I think he led the majors in wins. The American League for sure. The majors in wins. And yes, but we all know that the ace, if Fried is like a number 2, right? He's a number 2. Cole is an ace, right? Garrett Cole's an ace. So the Yankees didn't have that last year. Now, the Blue Jays, they didn't necessarily, not everybody has an ace, right? So you don't necessarily need an ace to win. Like, Gausman is not considered like an ace top of the rotation, like number 1 kind of guy. Your Savage pitched like one, but he was a rookie, right? So it's not so like cut and dry all the time, but he's not necessarily the ace that fitting that role that takes that pressure on as well. That is more than just pitching, but you're leading the entire staff, like how CeCe would do, like how Clemens would do, like, stuff like that. And I'm looking forward to getting Garrett Cole back. Do you consider re-signing Bellinger as a splash move? Because I don't. No, I don't either. I think it's just like a status quo move. Like, okay, we're the same team presently. Now, what do we do now? Now the offseason starts. Kind of, yeah, we brought back Bellinger. You had to do that. Now what? It's kind of like that season when you brought back Judge, when you re-signed Judge. Okay, now what? Now what do we got to do? You re-signed Judge. Great. You didn't lose him to the Giants. It's not Arson Judge situation. So, yes, I do not consider it a move. Would you rather trade Trent and start Spencer this year, or let Trent have his prove-it year and trade bench Spencer Jones? First of all, you cannot trade Trent Grisham. You cannot trade Trent Grisham. You just can't. It's not possible. The CBA, he can only be traded at the deadline. So you can't, to start off the year, you cannot trade Trent Grisham. Accepted the qualifying offer. He's here to start the year. You know what I'm saying? You can't trade him. Now, whether you trade Spencer Jones or not, I'm open to it. I'm open to trading Spencer Jones. I'm open to trading Jason Dominguez. I'm open to trading whoever the hell you want. I don't care. I just want the Yankees to win. All right? Are you worried about a possible sharp decline from Judge at some point? Should they have transitioned him to first or more DH earlier, considering his stature? He doesn't offer game-changing defense. He's got really good defense. Even before he hurt his arm, he's got really good defense. Judge just had... Am I worried about a sharp decline? I mean, that could happen to anybody. But Judge just had one of the best seasons you will see in the modern era. One of the best seasons that you will ever see. Am I worried about Judge is the least of my problems right now. Right? I feel like eventually they'll transition him to DH. Like that'll happen. Giancarlo's contract will, run out, and then Judge will transition to like a DH. I don't see why I would put him at first base at all. Anyway. Yankee IKF or Volpe. Who do you want on your team? Dude, none. Cashman should get Imai and Kwam done during the winter meetings. I agree. Quan, I like his versatility, but then that means you don't get Bellinger. So where else are you going to get offense? If you could tell me, because Quan, you still got to replace. You would have to replace Cody Bellinger's production from last year. The 30 homer or the 29 homers that he had. You got to replace that. So you can't do that with Quan. Quan doesn't provide. That's not his game, and maybe that's not the game that you want for him. But it's still something that's missing there, and that means you're still banking on Grisham giving you 30 homers again. I don't want to bank on that. I do want Quan. It's just I don't know how it makes sense roster wise, unless you don't get Bellinger. Then I understand you doing that, and then you changing around other moves. In my 100%. If no Bellinger or Tucker, would you be in favor of signing Pete Alonso and trading for Quan? Yes. Yes, that works. I mean, that would work. If you don't get Bellinger or Tucker, I would get a Gold Glover in left field, Pete Alonso's bat, a right-handed bat. Yes, I'd do that. Quan would be yes, I'd do that. I would do that. I would do that. If this thing doesn't happen, I would do that. Yes. Do the Yankees really intend to pursue Belly or Tucker? I feel like the trade for a right-handed outfielder is the likely answer. Feel like they won't go in-house, Jason or Jones, unless nothing else works out. I agree with that last sentiment. I feel like Jason or Jones is like, it feels like their last case scenario. Trading for a right-handed hitting outfielder, who? Who do you want? Who do you want to trade for? Who do you like? Robert? I mean, I'm down. I'm open to everything. I'm being so honest. I've never been more open to everything ever in my life. In baseball, for the Yankees. I've never been more open to the idea of anything like that. So please let me know. Laureano, let me see what names you guys are saying. Laureano, I mean, that's not replacing Bellinger. Buxton, I like Buxton, but you're going to have to get him to waive his no trade. Is he going to do that? And he gets hurt. He gets hurt a lot. I like Buxton. What you guys got? Let Bellinger and Tucker go. Go after Bo Bichette. Trade for Ketel Marte and move Jazz to third. Imagine that lineup. I don't think the Yankees want to play third. I don't think Jazz wants to play third. I'm done with the lefty, and you still have McMahon. That would make yourself redundant at third base. And Bo Bichette, I think the Yankees want a good defensive infielder. He's a really good bat. But I think Bo Bichette would actually have a market as well as a second baseman. So if you want to trade Jazz and sign Bo to play second, sure. Or sure, I don't know. Pete is too much for us. Pete is probably going to want, what is it, like 5/125, you think? Maybe a little more. Adolis Garcia, I don't know. Maybe a spring training invite. Right now, he's got nothing. Yeah. All right. Let's continue on with the questions. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have it. I didn't watch TV. Which of these is most likely for the Yankees? Sign Tucker, trade for Kwan, sign Emai, trade for Marte. Oh. Which of these is most likely? Which of these is more likely? I feel like oh my God. This is assuming Bellinger doesn't come back, is what I'm operating under the assumption, right? Okay, so I would probably say I'd probably say like signing Imai. Not gonna lie. That's probably it. Are we seriously considering Spencer Jones starting in the outfield? No. I don't think the Yankees are. Would you trade for a big bat third baseman to solve the power need? Like who? What's a big bat third baseman to solve the power need? I mean, you could sign, you want to go ahead and sign, you want to go ahead and sign Bregman? I mean, sure, I think Bregman, I don't think Bregman's, but I don't know. What third baseman do you want that can do that? That's the real question, because I've been looking. I don't know what third baseman, you know, a right-handed hitting third baseman. Big bat. What is the Yankees' dark horse move / Cashman working in the shadows move? If you're talking about a working in the shadows kind of move, I would say the Yankees trading for like a Mitch Keller or some shit. I can see that. Can you not see that? Can you not see the Yankees trading for like Mitch Keller or something? Arenado? No, I don't see that. Shadow move is Tatis. That's not happening. Do you see the Yankees making a splash via the trade market if Bellinger opts to sign somewhere else? Yeah, sure. I do. I can see them their whole offseason changing and them doing a whole, this is our plan B now without Bellinger or whatever it is. Who should start as shortstop opening game in 2026? Well, right now it's gonna be Caballero. That's who'll start as shortstop. Unless they think Cabrera is, no, I don't think so. I think it's gonna be Caballero. Trade for Marte, pick Bichette through free agency, and move Jazz to third base. Okay, all right. Hold on. All right, let's look at this sentence here, right? Trade for Marte, right? So Ketel Marte is the second baseman. To pick up Bo Bichette, I'm assuming to play shortstop. To then play Jazz at third base, your defense gets really bad. Offense would be very good. Offense would be really good. Yankees, why do the Yankees stink? Because they're taking half measures? Because they're not attacking the offseason. You know? They've been more reactive than anything else. Manley getting elected to the Hall of Fame tonight? I hope, I wish. Is there anyone that you think the Yankees might get this offseason that people aren't really mentioning? I feel like we keep hearing the same names: Brandon Donovan, Bellinger, Tucker, Alcantara, Emai, Michael King, etc. I mean, you just named a lot of names, right? A name that somebody's not really mentioning. Well, you got to think about who would be selling, right? Who would be willing to sell? Can you not see Severino getting traded? I don't know. His contract is interesting, but he didn't. I don't know. I don't know how much he liked, but I could see Severino getting traded. You think Anthony Volpe's gone? I don't know. I don't think so. Jojo Romero from the bullpen. Yes. I need the Yankees to get some hard throwers in that pen. Hard throwers, please. You think Tucker's going to be a Blue Jay and Mets will overpay for Bellinger? Okay. I can see that. I can see that. Is it more likely that we give our prospects a shot? Like Lagrange, Jones, Lombard. Guys, Lombard is not ready. Or are they most likely to be trade bait? I mean, maybe trade bait. You can hold on to some of the pitchers or try to use some of the pitchers to trade out, but you're not going to be able to keep all of them, dog. You're just not. Lombard. If the Yankees lose out on Belly and Tucker, what would the backup plan be? Quan. I think what somebody mentioned earlier is trading for Quan and then also getting maybe a Pete Alonso at first. I don't know. I'd like Bregman. I'd like the Yankees to get Bregman. If the Yankees lose out on Belly and Tucker, I read that already. I read the same shit already. If we make a trade, what's the most likely player we get that makes an impact? Sandy Alcantara? Catal Marte. Are the Yankees poor? No, they're not poor. But what people need to understand is that the Yankees only get their revenue from the Yankees, right? Their business is the New York Yankees. Versus Steve Cohen, this is just like some other shit he's doing, right? Like, he's got many other things that he's doing, and he's got real estate, and he's got, I'm sure the Yankees have some sort of real estate or whatever it is, but it's not in the BB billions. You got what I'm saying? Like, Steve Cohen had fucking golden toilets in his bathroom just for shits and giggles. You got what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same. What's the best way to cut salary so Hal doesn't go broke? You want to find somebody to take Rodon's contract. You want to find somebody to take, but you need to fill the team. So I don't know. There's nothing. The Yankees consistently say they're committed to being younger, more athletic, and healthier. So why does the team keep investing in older, injury-prone power bats instead of adjusting the profile entirely? Who are you referencing? The Yankees were not. The Yankees were a pretty. Let me look at this before I say anything. But last time I looked, the Yankees were actually a pretty young team compared to MLB team average age. Because that's what he's saying, right? I don't know where he's getting that from, but let me see. Average age on the Yankees is 28. Now, where does that put them? What year is this? Where does that put them? That puts them 27th out of 30. They're not necessarily the youngest, but you want to see some of the youngest teams? Chicago White Sox, Washington Nationals, Colorado Rockies, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Miami, Cincinnati, Angels, St. Louis. That's the top 10. Minnesota. What do those teams have in common? Do you want what they have in common, or do you want what the bottom has in common here? Let's look at the bottom. Number 25, Toronto. Number 26, Houston. Number 27, the Yankees. Number 28, the Dodgers. Number 29, the Mets. Number 30, the Padres. A lot more good teams towards the bottom there than the top. So I don't think having younger players is necessarily better. Always. I think having good players is better. How about that? Why is Volpe our shortstop? Ask myself that every day. Why are the Yankees a joke? Because they haven't won since 2009. They sell themselves on winning, and they haven't done anything like that since 2009. And to think about it, they've won one World Series from, since 2001. Why is your team the Broke Boys of New York? Well, let me ask you a question. What did the other team in New York do? Did they make the playoffs? Hill, Warren, Volpe, Dominguez, and Rodriguez Cruz for Paul Skeens, I think I would accept. And why would the Pirates? When you're making a trade, you need to understand the other team has to want your shit. Because all you want to give them is shit. Is there any world we trade Volpe? No. I don't think the Yankees are going to trade Volpe. Should number 13 be retired? Yes. I love A-Rod. At what point does the organization look in the mirror and ask whether the current decision-making structure and analytics, scouting, and front office hierarchy is actually producing a championship caliber outcome, and what hard changes are on the table if it isn't? I think they ask themselves, I honestly think that they ask themselves that every offseason. Now, the answer that they come up with is probably not one that we agree on, but I think they do legitimately ask themselves that every single offseason. I do think that. Do you know what time the Hall of Fame vote is tonight? That's a good question. What time is the Hall of Fame vote tonight? What time is the Hall of Fame vote tonight, guys? You guys know? Anybody? 7:30? Oh, in 5 minutes, really? Do they just announce it right away? Let's see the probable spam. Okay. What plan B do you think will be better if they don't sign Bellinger, Donovan, or Kwame? I think we answered that already, right? Are the Yankees better off signing King to a 2-year deal with an opt-out after the first? What? Rather than going after oh, hold on. Whoa! Why would Michael King sign a 2-year deal? Like, why would Michael King sign a 2-year deal is the question. I don't. There's no reason why Michael King should sign a 2-year deal. That deal will never happen. I don't believe. Let me see. You said check to see if there's new responses. Okay. Do you think that there's a surprise trade from the Yankees that nobody is talking about? I feel like we talked about that, but I think any trade with the Angels would be a surprise trade. What would you like for the Yankees to get and be realistic? I want the Yankees to get Bellinger. or Tucker. I want the Yankees to get Amai. And I would like the Yankees to get Edwin Diaz. And to be honest, that's realistic. That's realistic. I would like that. But they're not going to. Do you think that we get Imai? There's no excuse to not sign Imai this year. Dodgers don't seem to be in on him. Yankees really need another starter. Or do you think that they get Edward Cabrera or Alcantara? I think the Yankees should be involved in all of those names. I think Imai should be at the top of that list. But, yes, I'm down for that. Move Jazz and Austin Wells to the Padres for Adrian Morejon and prospects. Turn around and trade for Donovan and Ivan Herrera. I like Ivan Herrera, the right-handed hitting catcher. I like him. Why would the Cardinals trade him, though? He has a lot of control. And Donovan, okay, we'll talk about Donovan in a second. You signed Belly and Imai, and the lineup is balanced and pitching. And yes, okay, yes, right. Where do you have now? Brendan Donovan would be awesome because he can lead off for you, right? In this trade, you are trading Jazz, which I don't know why the Cardinals would. Oh, you're saying to the Padres. Who's their second baseman? Who's the Padres' second baseman now? That trade might work for them. I think who's that second base for them? I think that trade might work. I don't disagree with this trade. I think Brendan Donovan could be good. Donovan and Herrera. I like Herrera. You sign Belly and Amai. I agree with this. This trade actually makes your lineup very it would make the lineup very different than what it is this year, and different in a good way. I like Donovan because he gets on base. He'll be a leadoff hitter for you for sure. He'll be in front of Judge. I feel like Herrera will be a guy that you can platoon with Ben Rice, and he's a right-handed hitting catcher. He has some pop, man. Last year I remember I was watching a game, St. Louis game. He had 3 homers in a game. And they were moonshots, bro. Like, he's good. I like him. I just don't know if the Cardinals are going to trade Herrera, though. That's the only problem that I see here. I like Morejon as well. I do like Morejon. Do like that. That's actually not a bad trade. That's not a bad trade. That's not necessarily a bad trade here. So give him some props. That's probably the best thing that we've seen today so far. I'd be shocked if Bonds and Clemens get elected. Me too. But I would like them to get in. Hey, Latinox, thank you so much. I appreciate that, dog. What do you think of trading Volpe and letting him get a fresh start elsewhere? I agree with that. That's fine. Try to get rid of McMahon's contract. Okay, fine. I agree with that. Let Belly walk. Sign Bichette and trade for Luis Robert. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's get back over here to the just to see what's happening in the baseball winter meetings offices. We're out here right now. We're in the hotel, in case you guys do not know. Just me mentioning that has this place in a fervor. Don't want to mention that. Don't even mention that. You started off good. You started off really good. And then you went with that. Like, you just went left. I like Robert, man, but he gets hurt a lot. And I'm saying a lot, bro. Like, he gets hurt a lot. We're live here from the winter meetings. JoezMcfly here. We are here. Live in Dallas, unfortunately. I thought it was in Dallas, so we flew out here to Dallas. But it's, we were really supposed to go to Orlando, so I'll be there tomorrow. And we'll be back live from Orlando tomorrow. How about that? Huh? How about that? ¿Qué lo que? We'll do that. Right? Just trying to see here. How does this offseason plan sound? Okay. Let's go back to the... Okay. How does this offseason plan sound? Sign Bellinger? Good. Sign Imai? Good. Sign Nakamoto? Great. Trade for Quan? How? How is that happening? How are we doing that? How are we signing... Okay. I don't know how this... I don't understand how Bellinger and Quan happen in the same offseason. I don't understand how this happens. Just positionally in the out, unless you want to put Bellinger at first, right? You could do that, but then what are you going to do with Okamoto? Like this doesn't make sense. Joe's the column behind you says 2024 FYI. Hey, listen, let's not worry about logistics, my friend. Don't worry about what's going on behind me. You're worrying about the wrong thing. Worrying about the wrong thing. Trust me. Thoughts on trading for Alec Boehm? I'm interested. I'm interested. You travel back in time to the night you lost Juan Soto. Why? Jeff Kent is going into the Hall of Fame. Wow, okay. Let me see. Let me just see here real quick. Jeff Kent, Mattingly didn't make it. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Okay. Mattingly didn't get in. What player did you think would be a bust but ended up being great? What player did I think would be a bust but ended up being great? Ohtani? Because he didn't choose the Yankees? And I was hating. That's why. Yep. And he ended up being great. Thoughts on Vladdy is king on Twitter? I don't know who that is. The Yankees gonna flop? You're probably right. Belly probably won't resign. Probably right. Que lo que maning? Who's the first domino to fall these winter meetings? I think Edwin Diaz. I think Edwin Diaz will sign. Be a big domino. A big domino. Will be a big domino. A big domino. Boy, I'm almost done. Okay. Man, the streamer awards was a freaking mess, huh? Holy shit. Streamer awards was a freaking mess. Yo, who farted like that, bro? Yo, who did that? Close that door, bro. No way you farted like that, bro. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Nah, that's crazy, Chad. That's insane. Jeff Kent gets in, but Manley doesn't. What a joke. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing for you, Pop. I got nothing for you, Pop. All right, guys, you guys can throw out some names now. You guys throw out some names, and I'll give you guys the likelihood. We'll do a 1 through 10 likelihood of whether or not they will be acquired by the Yankees. Or you guys could say a name and a team, and I'll give you a likelihood. How about that? Yeah, we'll do that. A name and a team, and we'll do likelihood. Alonzo, Boston. Ooh, who does Boston have at first base right now? I don't think they have a first baseman, right? Alonzo would be interesting in Boston. You know what? I'll give that a. I don't know if Boston's gonna spend. Let's do a 6. Seager, Yankees. As much as I would like that to happen, Seager does get hurt a lot. I don't see the Yankees doing it. I'll say a 4. Horner to the Yanks. Nico Horner. I'll say a 5. Tatis to the Yankees, a 1. Schwarber to the Yankees, I'll put it as a 3. I don't see that happening. Arise to Texas to play first. Okay. I'll put that as. I guess I'll put that as a 4. I guess Rangers are chalked. Redbound should get in. Scooble to the Mets. Oh, okay. I actually have a good likelihood on that. Mets have pieces. You know what? I'll put that as a 7 if he does get traded. I think the Mets will be on it. Michael King return to the Yankees. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's put that as a. Let's put that as a 6, just because of the way the Yankees are talking. Cody to the Mets. Cody to the Mets. Fuck. All right. I guess I'll say we could put it as at 5. Akamoto to the Yanks. I would love for that to happen, but unfortunately, I feel like that's like a 3. Freed for the Grom, 0. Diaz to the Yanks. I would love for that to happen, bro, but I don't see that happening. I see that. I got that more as a 2. Hey, Baseball for Life with the Prime. Thank you so much for subbing up with the Prime, guys. In case you guys don't know, Amazon gives you a free Prime every single month, and you can support your boy with the Prime. Thank you so much for subbing up. Subbing up. Thank you for the sub, man. Sung Moon Song to the Yanks. I don't know too much about him. Who is that? Let me see. I heard his name. I know that my guy was talking about him. Yankee source was speaking about him, but Korean third baseman. What is he? He's 28. I haven't heard much. He does get on base a lot. Wow. 4. Plays third, second, and first. I could see that. I could see that. OG Jaco, let's go with the prime. Welcome to the gang. Scooble to the Red Sox. I have that low on my list. Probably 3. Adames to the Yanks. 1. They just signed Adames. Why would they let him go? Murakami to the Yanks. I have that as a 2. Am I to the Yanks? Let's do 7. Let's do 7. Goldschmidt platoon with Rice again? I hope not. Maybe. Thank you for the follows, guys. Thank you for the follows and the likes. Tucker to the Blue Jays. I have that as really likely. I have that as an 8. How about that? Montas to the Angels. Montas is hurt next year. Or did he sign? Montas to the Angels. Quan to the Yankees. I feel like that's a secondary move. So I don't know if that is. Yeah, I don't see that as. Harper to the Yanks. 1. Just because I can't choose 0. Brendan Donovan to the Yanks. I like that a lot. Let's put that as 7. There's been a lot of smoke around that. Bichette to the Yankees, 5. And I feel like that's high. Mad Max to the Giants. Ooh, I got that as really likely, actually. Let's go 7. Anytime people say 6, 7, I told my kids 8, 9. They got so mad, bro. You see? Yo, we started arguing, bro. We started arguing. They said 6, 7. I said 8, 9. They got so fucking mad, bro. I don't give a shit. That shit is nothing compared to the 21. Do I have 21 on here? The soundbite? I could have sworn I did. I would have gotten mad too. Bro, I don't care. They go, you 6, 7, 8, 9. He gets triggered, bro. I'm telling you. That shit is like the best thing. Red Sox sign Alonso or Bregman. Okay, sign Alonso. I already said Alonso already. And then Bregman, I said Bregman back to the Sox would make sense. I don't see it happening. I think Bregman, I don't know why. I see Bregman with the Tigers. I don't know why. Valdez to the Mets. Yes, I like that. Valdez to the Mets. I'll see that as a 7. J-Ram to the Yanks. Oh, as much as I would love that. My God, that's like a 2. Can you turn your mic up a bit? I don't think I could turn it up more. Bregman to the Phillies. Trade Bohm. Oh, I like that one. Bregman to the Phillies. I like that. I put that as a 6. How about that? Michael Garcia to the Yankees. That's a 2. Like, I don't know. I would love that trade. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that he's bad. I would love that trade. I don't see why Kansas City would do that. He's very good and he's young. I did Edwin Diaz to the Yankees already. I think Edwin Diaz is going back to the Mets. Jack Curry tweeted, hot stove tonight at 9 p.m. Cashman will talk. Ooh. Yeah, but they're not going to talk about nothing. They ain't got nothing to talk about. Reagan's to Boston. Ooh, I like that. I think that there was something out there. They were talking about that. So I could, for Duran, they really want to get rid of Duran, huh? Why? Why do they want to get rid of Duran so bad? Luis Hill getting moved? I think that Luis Hill will only get moved if they acquire another starting pitcher. Pete to the Mets. Murakami to the Mets. I see Murakami Cincinnati. I see Murakami Cincinnati. Like if they miss out on that Schwarber thing, Cincinnati, I see that. Otto Lopez Yanks, bro. Tucker to the Phillies. I don't see that as likely. I'll put that as number 4. I'll put that as number 4. Joe Reagan, Cole Reagans, you mean? Diaz to Los Angeles to the Dodgers. I mean, I guess you got. I'll put that as a 6. Does Diaz really want to go to the West Coast? I don't know. We're just trying to see like who's available. Ketel Marte to the Red Sox, I can see is very possible. Let's put that as 7. Or I'll say 6 actually. The likelihood of somebody going to a team this offseason. Okamoto to the Yanks. I did that one already, but I would like Okamoto to the Yankees. I think I had that one at 4 or 5. JT Realmuto, Phillies. Oh, you mean going back? I can see that. I think he's ready to move on to another team though, but I can see that. Tucker for Olsen to the Giants. Tucker or Olsen. Diaz just wants 5 years. Neither the Dodgers or the Mets are going that long. Dodgers already spent bad money on Scott. Ryan or Lopez from Minnie. Oh my God. You know what's a name none of you have even mentioned to me yet? Starting pitcher. You guys have not even mentioned this starting pitcher. Sandy Alcantara, Yankees. Let's put that as a 6. Joe Ryan. Oh, I think Frank White just mentioned. That's who he was talking about. I like Joe Ryan. I like Joe Ryan in Yankees. Though I think the Mets would like Joe Ryan as well. But I like Joe Ryan in the Yankees, man. I like Joe Ryan a lot. I would love if if the Yankees could be able to get Joe Ryan. Could you imagine a package of Joe Ryan and then you figure out, damn, no, what's that third baseman that they have that gets hurt a lot? Joe Ryan and Buxton, huge trade. Yeah, that's a what about? I'll give that a 1, but that's a massive trade. Royce Lewis. I like Royce Lewis. Twins are keeping everyone. Maybe not. Royce Lewis in pinstripes. But he's got to stay healthy. Dude's clutch, bro. That dude is clutch, man. I like him a lot. A lot. Twins already announced it. That doesn't mean anything. That's all. It's all posturing. They're keeping everyone until they're blown away with an offer. They want to make it seem like they don't want to do it, but you know, they're always going to say that. They're always going to say that. You happy for Jeff Kent? Nice. Diamondbacks, Nolan Arenado. Arenado. 4. Jeff McNeil package of Koida Sengai to the Yankees. 1. Those two are not trading, my friend. Wilson Contreras to the Yankees. So, all right, if you do that, then you're having Ben Rice just be your everyday first baseman. Is that what you're doing? Pete Fairbanks to the Yankees. I'd like him, but I think the Yankees want to have hard throwers in the pen, like high velo guys in the pen. But I like Pete Fairbanks. Let's do 5. Marte to Texas. Texas not taking on any money, bro. Any money. 2. Skubal trade winter meetings. Big surprise. Okay. Do you think that Detroit tries to trade Skubal before the end of the season? You mean in this offseason? I don't know, but they shouldn't. They should try to keep him and re-sign him. They should try to keep him and re-sign him. If the Sox get Cole Ragans, you talking about Crochet, Reagan, Sonny Gray, but yeah, that's a crazy rotation. Very good rotation. Do the Yankees overhype their top prospects? Yes and no, but I think everybody kind of does. Like, I remember people were seeing the package that was given up to Sacramento, to the A's for Mason Miller. And people were saying, oh my God, how could you give up all those top prospects? Bro, prospects are suspects, man. Prospects are suspects until they make it up here, bro. And they do well. Give me Mason Miller. I'll take that any day of the week. Spencer Jones is way overhyped. He's not even good. He's good. He's very good defensively. He's very athletic as well. Okay. He's got a contact issue, and he swings and miss a lot, right? Now, I also want to preface this. Aaron Judge had the same kind of issue, right? When you're that tall, you have to have a lot of things go right mechanically so that way you can get to the action you want, right? So Judge, his first year, like people forget 2016 when he first came up, he struck out 50% of the time and people were thinking, oh, this kid's not going to make it up here. No guy his size has ever made it. Judge came back in 2017, won Rookie of the Year. But even with winning Rookie of the Year, people forget about the second half of the season where once again the strikeouts came up as an issue. And he struck out like 50% of the time, and it was or 40% of the time, and it was the reason why he did not win the MVP, which is bullshit, by the way. But it's the reason why he did not win the MVP. Ever since then, Judge has been able to cut down his strikeout rate every single year. Now, can that happen? Will that happen for Spencer Jones? We don't know. Most likely not, because baseball's hard. But is it possible? Yes. Has it been done? Yes. We've seen Judge do it. So we don't know. Ryan Presley to the Yanks. I'm interested. 5. Chapman hates the Yankees also. Yes, he does. Have you ever been to a Rail Riders game in Scranton? Yes, I have. Pretty fun. Should the Yankees move Jason Dominguez to first base? No. Do you think Judge will unanimously get elected to the Hall, or would he need one plus ring to be it? I don't think they ever take rings into consideration when it comes to Cooperstown. So I think Judge's career, if he keeps going the way that he's going, yeah, he'll get in first ballot for sure. Unanimous? I don't know. I really don't know. Depends where you end up, like how insane his numbers end up being. I take playoff Vlad over playoff Judge. They both had very good postseasons this year. Very good postseasons this year. Also, Vlad had more people around him actually playing well. in the postseason, which made his job so much easier. Versus Judge, he did not. Like, everybody around him was shit, and then people were getting mad at him hitting singles when that's what the pitchers were giving him. You know what I mean? He had an opportunity with men on, with he was facing Varland. Varland threw a fastball inside off the plate, and he had a homer.
Pete Fairbanks can't pitch in cold weather due to Raynaud syndrome, which causes his finger to numb and affect his gripping during cold weather. Unfortunately, it gets cold in NY. I see better in Arizona.
Okay, I mean, that's a good point. I didn't even know that. That's a good point. Thank you so much for bringing that up. I didn't even know that. All right, so Fairbanks will probably be out. Good to see you at the winter meetings, Pop. Yeah, man. We're here at the winter meetings. We're cooking right now. Apparently, we came to the wrong place. We went to Dallas. We were really supposed to be in Orlando. So we'll go to Orlando tomorrow. Yes, I'm going to Orlando tomorrow. I'm in Dallas today.
Dallas?
Yeah. How about Teoscar Hernandez to the Mets? He's under contract. Teoscar's? Yeah. Right now. Look, I'm right here. Yeah, right here. Look, it's on the screen. Lombard is not that that other kid that the Yankees drafted though. See, look. I'm in Dallas. What?
Oh, you're not in Dallas.
Yes, I am. Look. Dallas.
Where?
So Dallas.
Where are you?
I'm right here.
I'm the real you.
Yes, it is. It is the real me. Don't you see me talking?
Where you go?
Yeah. Dax Kirby, bro. People were talking like really talking about him. They're like, yo, Kirby. Why'd you say Kirby? Why did I say Kirby? He's like, people are really talking about him, boy. No, I was genuinely confused. Hey, thank you for the follow. Pirates still turning down Yanks if they offer all 6 of their... Yes, they're not going to trade Skeens. Yohan Duran traded to the Yanks. Didn't he just get traded? Don't see why Philly would do that. Thoughts on the A's are what they're going to do this offseason? Trade Severino, maybe? Fernando Tatis Jr., that's a 1. That's not happening. What's on your Christmas list for the Yankees, Joes? Tatsuya Imai, Okamoto, Bellinger. That's literally my Christmas list. Literally my Christmas list. Bo Bichette will be the Red Sox second baseman for the next 6 years. You think so? I can kind of see that. I'll say a 4. Somebody has to convince me. The Red Sox have to convince me that they want to spend money. I'm tweaking, or nobody was talking about Aaron Judge hitting 500 in the playoffs. Well, he did. It's just a lot of people feel like they were, I don't know, weird, empty at bats. They were weird about it. How about Kerkering trade to the Yankees? I like Kerkering. Seager to the Dodgers would be for Teoscar Hernandez. And why are they trading Teoscar Hernandez? Trade McMahon, get Bichette, trade for Arenado and Donovan. Trade Chisholm. Sign Tucker and Amai. I don't see the Yankees getting Bichette. I just don't, man. Mine is my Cody Diaz. I like Diaz, man. I would like to see Diaz. I should have added Diaz to my list. I felt like I was getting greedy. But I was a good boy this year. The Yankees infield is awful. Offensively, yes. You're right. I agree with you. And defensively right now, yes. Okay. That's good. I love this conversation that we had here today. We went through a bunch of things. I'm here at the baseball winter meetings. Yankees don't sign an outfielder and end up rolling with one of the young ones. How does their team win more games next season? Honestly, they don't. One main concern right now is the starting pitching because the first month down 2. Yes. Are you going to watch Cashman speak live? No, because I'm going to get off now or in a few. I'm going to get off now so that way I can go eat. And then I got to finish up a game. Oh, yeah, guys, in case you guys don't know, I got a gaming channel. Make sure you guys follow my gaming channel. It's called JoezMcfly Plays. Follow that. Me, Noah, and Jeffrey are going to have some, and my daughter Sophia are going to have some funny-ass videos coming out on that shit. Some really good gaming videos. So make sure you guys subscribe to that. That'd be cool if you guys support me on that. It'd be awesome. I don't want to force you to do it, but you guys do it if you want. I don't know. You guys do it if you want. Would really appreciate that. As we'll have it. It's like a personal passion project, if anything. Doing it with the fam. I don't know what Cashman's gonna. What do you guys think Cashman's gonna say tonight, man? Like realistically, like what's Cashman gonna say? It's a pre-recorded. Is it a pre-recorded interview? I don't know. It's like what are they gonna talk about? There's no rumors. Like there's been no rumors since Cashman last spoke. So like, what are we gonna speak about? And then Hal talked, and then kind of made everybody even sadder. So. Yeah, I got nothing for you, man. Like I would love to say, oh man, it's gonna be hype, blah blah blah. If Cashman talks and says something, and it'll be great. But you guys know I'm here. I'm live here in Dallas in the winter meetings.
I'm in Dallas.
I'm right here right now, and I'm telling you, I don't see nothing, bro. These hallways is quiet. So, since the hallways are quiet, you know, I know it's in Orlando. That's why we're going to be there tomorrow, Joey. I came to the wrong venue today, but in tomorrow's stream, you know what I mean? The only way if I stream randomly tomorrow is because the Yankees did something, like in the middle or whatever it is. But I'll probably go live tomorrow. What time should we go live tomorrow? What time should we go live tomorrow? 8? Is 8 a good time? 8 a good time? Winter meetings wrap up? 9 o'clock? What do you guys think? You guys let me know the time and I'll be live tomorrow at that time. I can't do 7. I think 7 might be too early. Free agency and money. The lady been walking in super slow-mo. Yes, Frank White. We got to get her out of here. Yo, security! Security! Get her out of here, man. Come on, she in my shot, bro. Get her up out of here, man. Get up out of here, security. Let's go. Bro, you hating, man. You are. You hating hard. We in Dallas. Got a lambong in the building. Exactly, bro. Maldito lambong. Guys, we're going to be doing some World Baseball Classic coverage too, man. Can't wait for that. I'm gonna be doing a whole bunch of stuff like that. That'll be awesome. When do people start meeting? Start then. I think tomorrow, but I mean they could meet right now. I mean, I'm here in the hallway just trying to listen to whispers. You know what I mean? Just trying to listen to whispers right now in this hallway. So hopefully we can be able to do that. Crazy, the seat of the mastermind operation, Lambon, is getting called a Lambon on live. Crazy. Yeah, it is crazy, but it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. We'll figure it out. All right. The only way, I mean, I'm going to go live after this, like after I eat, but like to video game. If you guys want to talk through that, we'll do that. I'll be live on Twitch and be live on, I don't know if it'll be live on my gaming channel. I'll definitely be live on Twitch. Listening to whispers when everyone is in Orlando and you in Dallas. Bro, I got good ears. I got good ears, Joy. Nice try. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Hanging out with me tonight. Hey. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight, man. Thank you for no false rumors, no false allegations in the chat that would have gotten people banned, because you know that's the rule. If people lie about something, or if people lie about a trade, or if people lie about a signing, they immediately get banned and banished to the shadow realm, motherfucker. So I'm glad that nobody lied about anything. You know what I mean? So I'll ban them from the chat, ban them from the live. So let's see. I'll just ban. Let me see. Look, see, everybody's protecting the chat. Wait, Russ God said Kyle Tucker signed with the Blue Jays. Wait, Russ, hold on. After I just said that. Now, if you're lying, right? Hold on a second. If you're lying, you get banned to the shadow realm. Hold on. So I'm going to go ahead and look right now. Let me go ahead and look. And if you're lying, let me know how that shadow realm is, man. Because you go in there speedster style. You get what I'm saying? Let me see. Let me look. Some of the reputable people are not saying anything. Up. Looks like we got to ban them. Guys, press the number 1 if we're going to send them to the shadow realm right now. Press the number 1 to send them to the shadow realm. Send thee to the shadow realm. That's right. Yes, chat. To the shadow realm you go. Wait.
I think you pushed me.
Is it this?
Oh, put user in timeout.
Yes. Boom. Shadow realm. Banned.
I was not banned.
I send them out. Woo! We ended with sending them to the shadow realm, chat. Let's go. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys later. The guys that, people that will hang out with me on the gaming stream as I beat Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, you're welcome to join to that any point in time. If not, I will see you tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. We'll go ahead and we'll do a wrap up of day 1. I'm live at the winter meetings right here, as you guys can see. Live from the winter meetings. See you guys later.